Good day everyone, I am Janine and today I am going to share with you the factors you must consider when buying a computer and purchasing, subscribing, activating, updating, and upgrading a software and solutions. The first thing to consider when buying a computer as a student is its portability. If you are homeschooled, a desktop computer will be suitable for you, but if you go to colleges or universities, I recommend you to have a laptop. It is very useful and handy for creating presentations or projects anywhere, anytime. You must also consider your budget, purpose of the computer, and the processor. Search for computers within the price range you wanted and then determine the purpose of the computer. Where do you need it for? Is it for video editing, for 3D modeling, or is it just for average use like surfing the web, creating presentations, or Word documents? As an IT student, I would grab the ones with Core i5 or Ryzen 5 processor and higher. These processors are also recommended for engineering students. But if you are a student who will use it for browsing the internet and use productivity tools, computers with Core i3 processors will be enough. Next to consider is what operating system is installed in the computer. There are many operating systems out there, but for Microsoft, their latest is the Windows 11. Later operating systems are the best for students, and it is more intuitive and user-friendly than earlier versions of computer operating system. Let's move on to the memory of the computer. The RAM holds the running programs you currently use, and the ROM stores the files you save in the computer. For average users, 4GB RAM and 256GB ROM will be enough, while 8GB RAM and higher and 256GB ROM and higher is recommended for engineering and computing students. Also, we must consider the video graphics card, especially if you are into editing videos, creating 3D models, and animation. Lastly, consider the warranty and the free software packages. Always buy computer with longer warranties and free software package like the Microsoft Office. That's all for the factors we must consider when buying a computer as a student. Now, let's move on to the factors to consider when purchasing, subscribing, updating, and upgrading software and solutions. The first one is the purpose. Determine where you will use it. Buy software with features that is useful for the task you are trying to accomplish. The second is the type of software. Will you use an open source one or a proprietary one? Determining which type of software you will use will also give you hints what are the advantages and disadvantages of the software. If it is open source, it will be free, but you may face difficulty in finding solutions to problems you met while using it. If it is proprietary, it may give you the best features and software solution services, but it will be pricey. The third one is the compatibility of your device to the software. Research first the software's requirement for the computer. Does your computer's memory, processor, and operating system meet the requirement? If it doesn't, eliminate the software from your list and find another compatible software to your device. The last one is the longevity. For how long will it support your company or your personal use? Is it for just a school project? Then a free trial or at least 1 month subscription will be enough for it to help you accomplish your project. If you own big corporation or organizations, you must really need to take note of its future use or service in your company. Will it be enough or will you need to spend more money for future upgrades? Speaking of future upgrades, there are also factors to consider when upgrading a software. The first one is the software compatibility with your device. Does the new upgrade still compatible with your device? And then consider the features added or removed. If the new features will not be useful for you, stick to the current version to avoid having problems with the features you always use, especially if it works perfectly fine. Lastly, when using a software, we cannot avoid meeting problems with it. So before buying a software or subscribing to it, we must not forget to check where we can approach them for software solutions. The more they provide contact details, the better. Also, some providers offers cost-free software solution services while some others do not. Thus, it is essential to put this into consideration when purchasing a software. That's all I can share with you. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped and have a great day.